friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another recap of Seeking Sister Wife. Boy, I tell you, these men's and these women's, they something else. It's unreal to me how you can do this type of show, be in this type of polygamous relationship. Hey, if you like it, I love it. To each its own. Let's talk about the first couple, Simeon and Tasha. Now, they were on last season. Now, Simeon, he was married, had a whole wife, 3 children, and then here comes Tasha. Again, we have spoke about this. The first wife was thinking, See, I thought on paper that this polygamous life was for me, but then when the girl moved in and she seen the connection he had with her, they done, boom, 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 cracking each other's back. The wife was like, this isn't for me. So the wife leaves. Tasha didn't leave. So Tasha and Simeon are together. 2 of his kids live with him the majority of the time. And they was like, listen, we are a plural couple. We want another woman in this relationship. We want a 3rd wife. So of course they tried and they tried. They went on dates and they did interviews and all this stuff, and it just didn't work out. So they wouldn't get nobody in the United States, so they went off to the Philippines. And they done found Ariel. Now, Tasha and Ariel know each other because they used to work together. Tasha was over in the Philippines. She met Ariel. They had a friendship. And so now they're introducing Ariel into their polygamous lifestyle. Honey, now I'm just going to tell y'all right now. Simeon and Tasha, I was like this. Honey, I woke up, they were still on. I said, child, honey, they may be a boring couple, child. They are the boring couple. So we have Simeon and Tasha. They're trying to make Ariel their 3rd wife. Child, let's move on. Nick, April, Jennifer, and Danielle. So it's the next morning, and obviously Danielle and Nick slept together. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now you would have thought that, he done had him a good night. Maybe, I don't know, cook her a little breakfast. You couldn't make her no toast. You couldn't make her no jelly biscuit. You couldn't even fry up an egg. He could talk about, you want some juice. Juice? What type of juice was that? Was that Great Value? That was probably the juice he got. I was like, Nick, you couldn't even make her no egg. And then here's Danielle. Sure. Yes. She's 22. So here is Nick. Nick had the nerve to come out his mouth and say, my wives left for work early, so I get to sleep in. Why did you get to sleep in? What was different from, what made this day different? Because you sleep in all the time because you don't work. See, your wives always go to work. So he said he slept in. Him and Danielle done slept in, child. So Danielle says that she had a fantastic time. She says that she wants to be involved in their plural lifestyle. She says she likes Nick, honey. She says, I'm here for it. And she says, I feel like that me, April, and Jennifer have a great relationship. They down for it too. In fact, which one was it, y'all? Was it April or was it Jennifer sat on that couch and said bed with Danielle and Nick. What size bed y'all got? Y'all got one of them super kings. All 4 of y'all was in bed together. Why I all that? But again, they grown. They grown. They real grown. And so here is Nick smiling, honey, from ear to ear, child. Not only does he have one woman, honey, Nick got the Rick climbing up in the bed with him. Don't work. He can sleep in. He'll stay at home dad. And the only thing he got to do is read a book. Nick says that he had a good old time with Danielle. And we shall see where this goes. Man, oh man. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Garrick, Leah, Danielle, and Roberta. Now, we still got Garrick crying, snot flying, talking to Roberta. Roberta is still crying, snot flying. She just misses him so much, and she wishes she was there, and then Garrick is crying, talking about Roberta, feels left out because Leah's there. Now, Leah is in the cut in the kitchen listening to all this. Here's Garrick that got the phone, and he's like, it's hard. It's hard out here for a pimp. Garrick, you don't go somewhere and sit all the way down. Again, he got 3 women. So Leah was like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? So he was like, I'm okay. So Leah is helping him chop up the vegetables and the fruits and the meats so they could get to grilling. And Leah said it's good to have this one-on-one time with Garrick, okay? So they go outside, they got the grill ready, and I will say, honey, that food looked good, child. Y'all see that cord? I was like, you better put some butter on it. I was like, where's the butter? Where's the seasoning salt? But Leah let it be known that she seasoned up that chicken. Y'all hear that? Leah said, I put my foot in that chicken. So it's time to, so Leah and Danielle are talking. And Danielle wanted to be clear. Listen, you can have this relationship with my husband. Side note, Danielle, come here, girl. I may have missed some. Y'all let me know down below. But isn't Danielle and Garrick divorced because she divorced him so he could get that visa for Roberta? Am I missing something? Did they get remarried? Because, see, technically, Danielle, he ain't your husband. That was the decision you two made. Done. Divorcing that man. Stupid. So she was like, listen, you can do whatever you want with my husband, okay? But Danielle said no sex. See, Danielle's still in her feelings, and she's still mad because her man, who's supposed to be part of this agreement, I may add, her man done went over there to Roberta and he done cracked her back. See, that's why Danielle's still fuming. She's still mad at Roberta because, see, Roberta made it seem like intimacy wasn't no big deal. But, see, Garrick done went up in there and was like, oh, let me spread them legs and show you what a big deal I am. See, that's why Danielle's still seething. So she tells Leah, no sex, okay? Danielle, maybe you should tell your man that. Because you best believe if Leah puts a little bit of that brown sugar up around him, if she wraps her brown thighs around Garrick, you think Garrick is gonna say, no sex? Absolutely not. Garrick is gonna be like, break it down, let me see it, jump around, let me get it, pop, 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 pop. That's what Garrick is gonna do. So So here's Leah. Leah said, girl, you ain't got to worry about me sleeping with your man. You ain't got to worry about me sleeping with your man. I was like, is that right, Leah? So here's Danielle with that little smile that she does. So it's time to go in and eat. Now, Garrick and Leah and Danielle have had many conversations. Many. But apparently, a conversation that didn't come up was Leah's career. See, Garrick is saying, now listen here. Now see, Garrick is under the assumption that Leah is going to quit her nursing job and stay home cooking and cleaning. Did y'all see Leah's face? Leah said, I'm sorry. What? See, Leah is a nurse. And see, Leah has a son that she needs to take care of. And she said, listen, when I work hard all day, I'm up on my feet. Don't be expecting me to come home to cook and clean. That's my contribution, my job. So then Garrick said, now pump your brakes, Leah. Please. I'm the man of the house, okay? See, I expect you not to work. I expect you to contribute to the house by cooking and cleaning. Now, you're working long, hard, long hours. See, you're working like 60 to 70 hours a week. Oh, no, boo-boo. I'm going to cut you back to 30 hours a week. Leah went, I'm sorry. What? She said, this is my career. This is what I do. I have a son to take care of. Garrick is looking at her like she got two eggs. Like this is the first time y'all ever had this conversation. This is the first time y'all ever had a serious conversation about your jobs and what's going to happen when you become that third, fourth wife or how many it is. You never had this conversation. You wait to have this conversation on camera. Okay. Garrick meant what he said. Meanwhile, while Garrick and Leah was talking about this, here's Danielle. And her favorite word is conflict. I just don't want no conflict. I want us to, get together. Leah is a little intimidating. I just don't want no conflict. Danielle, born at night, not last night. So, we shall see. The only thing I got to say to that is, Leah, why are you still there? Leah, I'm going to need for you to take whatever you pack and go home. Please go home. This isn't for you. Let's move on. Last and yes, certainly least, Taryn, India, and Marcus. Now, I'm going to do a special Sass Trash News tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about Mr. Marcus. See, apparently Marcus has 10 kids. And apparently Marcus got an arrest record that has to deal with the domestic sort. So I'm going to break that down tomorrow. Marcus, what you doing with 10 children? So we have Vina with the V. V is in Victor. Okay, I thought they said her name was Bina, but it is Vina. She is a possible third wife. She's from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Taryn and Marcus have known her for years. And so Vina is like, listen, I want to get involved in this. Let me see what's up. She's very well established. She's independent. She got her own hair salon, her own, I guess she does a hair company. Miss Girl doing her thing. And so Taryn and India was like, let's get it going. They actually got the thing set up so Marcus and Vina will have a nice little picnic in the park or wherever they were. And let me tell you something, that setup was all and over again, honey, she's apprehensive. She says that it's going to be hard seeing Marcus fall in love with another woman in front of her face. See, what if Vina comes in and shakes the table? What if Vina comes in and all of attention that should be towards me will go to Vina? Let's say Vina comes in and the dynamic changes. How would that affect our family? India, when you met Marcus, he was married, sugar. You were having relations with a married man. How do you think that made Taryn feel? Oh, that's right. Taryn said that she wasn't here for it. Taryn didn't like you coming in sleeping with her husband. Taryn had a problem with it. In fact, Taryn told Marcus, you need to tell her to go. She got to go. But what did Marcus do? Oh, he did the opposite. Marcus said, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. She here to stay. But see, now India is feeling some type of way because another woman's coming in. But she says, hey, she'll play ball. She'll see what happens. She's going to keep somewhat of an open mind, but you can definitely tell that she does not like it. So we have Marcus and Vina is tall, thin, beautiful. Marcus is pulling the pretty women, okay? And so Marcus and her are just having a conversation about plural lifestyles. You know, what does she think that she's going to get out of it? Why would she think she would want to be a part of it? And she says that, listen, you know, she just wanted to see what was up. What is up with this plural lifestyle? What's going on here? And she says that she thinks that Taryn and India, they pretty cool. We shall see. Especially India. Taryn, I think Taryn is down with it. But India, Vina girl, you better watch out. So then, Marcus and Vina had a good little picnic and they were waiting to hear what happened. Marcus said everything was cool. Everything is great. And I want Vina to come here tomorrow to meet all of you. And honey, India, the blood ran out of her face. India was like, now wait a minute now. I set up that little picnic, but I didn't know that she was coming over. I'm not down with it. I think not. And so, Taryn was like, girl, I'm here for it, okay? If he wants Vina to come, I say come. And so, India let it be known, not I. And then they brought up sex, and India said, most definitely not. I am not down with it. My vote is no. We have to discuss this. This is a serious conversation. I mean, you already talking about bringing her in to meet us and sex? Oh, no. And so Marcus basically looked at her and said, well, if it happens, because it's going to happen, you're just going to have to deal with it. See, that's what you're going to do. You're going to have to deal with it. So, let the tension start. There's going to be tension between Vina and India. That's where the tension's going to come in at. This episode was okay. Alright? But y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friend.